So how are you, Zach?
I'm pretty good. I got a new mic. The chapter was okay. It was a lot of cute Muriel. I'll always love that.
It was very cute, and the start of the chapter was confusing because I feel like there's a lot of pop culture references I'm not getting.
Well, obviously they're doing Romeo and Juliet, and there's
Mm-hmm.
Prisoner of Azkaban. Obviously.
I didn't get that.
Oh, it's
Azkaban.
it's it's Harry Potter. I don't know why that took so long to come up with. And then I think
That's why.
Paris is from another
Country.
no, Paris is another it's either also from Romeo and Juliet or it's from another play.
Count Paris.
Was Paris a character? He was a Prince of Troy, apparently, or he was probably a Prince of Troy, because there was I think he was a character in Romeo and Juliet, but there's also the obvious Star Wars reference with.
Yeah, that when you're just like reading it, you've had a long tired day. It's like, oh, I'll go read the new chapter and see how it is.
Yeah.
And then you open it and like you see Obi-Wan, and you're just suddenly very confused and thought, did I not go to the right page for my Shonen Jump this
Yeah.
week?
Also, Gondor is a reference to Lord of the Rings. Just
Okay, that explains why I'm very confused, because I've never watched Lord of the Rings, I've never bothered with Harry Potter, I've never watched Romeo and Juliet. I was very confuzzled. I got the Star Wars reference though.
I was just added to a group called Number One Fortnite Fans on Discord. God damn it! But yeah, I really like how he just he just shoves in references to things he likes, like especially because they're like he doesn't treat them like they're a big deal, and it was like, and he's I love how he has the people commentating on how shoved in everything was. And it's
talk about the ultimate crossover event. That's
Yeah.
one of the lines in his translation.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. They're like people are critiquing it, and it's kind of cute. I like I love how All Might is scolding Deku about how many missed calls he has from him. Is that what it says?
That's when you know you're a proper parent.
Yeah.
When you complaining about missed calls.
On page 3, the Mineta drawing in the bottom left corner, he's so funny. Look at him.
he's a serious little being. He really wants to see the girls in the beauty pageant, and I can't blame him.
I love how he puts so much detail in, and like even though the characters aren't that detailed, you can still tell who is who. Like
Raka looks very ill, it seems.
Yeah, it looks. You can see Mina. You can see Mina there, and you can see Tokiyami, and you can see Todoroki in the background. It's really cute, and then you can even see. No, that's not Denki. That's Denki. That's Bakugo, because he has a little spiked hair. Anyways,
I love Bakugo.
Yeah. Hound Dog is great.
The furry himself.
I saw. I'm just bringing this up because it made me uncomfortable. So obviously I need to share it on the podcast.
Yeah.
I saw somebody draw a hound dog sucking off All Might. That's not good. Stop that.
What a good dog.
What a good dog. No. That just reminded me of something even worse that I'm not even gonna share on the podcast because I saw that and that was fucked up. I like how Hound Dog just fucking throws Deku.
Just punches him, and Eri doesn't even seem to care that Deku goes flying towards her.
If Ectoplasm isn't one of the greatest heroes, I don't know who is. He's just so cute. There's something so appealing about his design to me.
I've always found his design unappealing. I just think it's a bit too spoopy for me. It creeps me out a tad, and
I
just don't like it.
I love his big goofy teeth and his little his little stick legs.
It's like, his face. Is that a costume or is that more of mutation?
That's his face.
poor soul. You know he got bullied in second. You know he got bullied in school.
At least I think that's his face because he has the same. I think he looks exactly the same in his casual. Because we have seen him casual.
I wonder what like My Hero creepypasta is like.
Probably garbage. Like the rest of the fan content. No offense. But fuck you. Fuck all the ships.
I feel like most fan content is just going to be like, well, it's just not going to have the same charm. That, and you also have that like the cringy Sonico thing factor, which you can't escape from.
I actually like a lot of his the like fan like a lot of the stuff is actually pretty good, but it's like yeah, that sort of is his face, but his actual face kind of makes me uncomfortable. He looks more terrifying with hair and shit.
He looks like the guy from Tokyo fucking Ghoul.
In fact,
kinda.
That may be him when he's younger instead. Because I don't know. I thought he had sticks for legs.
He's got skinny boy legs.
I think that might be him when he's younger. Because he should have sticks for legs.
I mean, in the picture, he's still got skinny boy legs. He could have sticks.
Yeah, he could have just like feet he puts on.
You know, when you get up in the morning, you put your feet on. What?
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the highlight of the fucking chapter. Mirio mimicking Aries' movements.
Yes,
that's fucking adorable. Greatest thing to ever be drawn. I swear to God, if they cut that out of the anime for any possible fucking reason, I'm burning down the animation studio.
Just gonna.
It wasn't worth it then.
Big studio bones. If in like, it'll probably end up being like 2 to 3 years, maybe. It's probably more 2.
Yeah.
In 2 years, when they animate this part, if they don't have him putting his arms up in the air, copying her movements, you're gonna burn Studio Bones to the ground.
Yeah, probably.
It's a very cute chapter. We get a lot of good character moments, and that's what I really am liking from this, especially at the end when we get, which I was really surprised of seeing a specific someone at the end.
Yeah. I really like what they've done. I really like this chapter actually a lot. I forgot how much I like this chapter since I read it. But there's just Nigiri's beautiful. I love her design.
That picture where she's just like elegantly floating is just great. I love it so much.
And Kendo, adorable as ever. Love it.
Can we talk about Tsuyu's face at reacting to fucking.
She looks human. It bothers me because she's so.
Frog.
I love Froppy. Just like I love her family too. I love that.
Mutant.
There's a lot about her design that I just love, and I love all the designs that surround her, like her snake friend.
Yeah, I like the fact that she's got like really big freakish hands. I like that factor. That like. One thing I do like about Hirokoshi is when they've got like a character design that he always keeps to, whether it be like Ochaku's little finger pads or whatever, or Tsuyu's freakishly huge hands.
On page 13, there's in the very middle of the page, there's a really good drawing of Jiro, where she just has like box teeth. It's really weird. She looks like an Invader Zim character. You know who we also got to see for the first time in a while in this chapter? Shinzo.
Yes, Shinzo. That was even if it's just for like the tiniest bit, it's nice to see him there.
Yeah, it's adorable.
I can't tell if he looks happy in that picture.
I really like how
or if he just doesn't care.
I really like Ochiko introducing herself to Eri. I think that's what she's doing. They would have met before, haven't they? I don't think they personally met. It looks like
think they've met.
I think it looks like she's introduced, like Mirio and is introducing Ochiko and Eri. And Froppy's there too.
Froppy's just there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like now that like when you look at it again, there's like a bunch of small panels, such as I've just noticed the Ochaku panel. That's adorable. Or like the picture where you have Hatsune Miku just strange. I think that's May. She's in a school uniform this time, which is weird. She's just sleeping.
Yeah, that's adorable.
What happens to just look like the floor because there's a few grates right next to her.
One thing I just noticed on this read through is Monoma
Mm-hmm.
is he's crying because Kendall lost.
No.
He
He cares for his girl.
he Horikoshi really made up for his shortcomings last chapter with this chapter.
I don't think it's Monoma. I think it's one of the other.
No, it's Monoma. He has the same hair.
Is it? Is it the one next to the big three?
It's the one to the top right of Nijiri. Like
Top
right
of
right below the result announcements, next to the one with the eyelashes lady. That's Nato or Nito.
That's Tetsu.
No, there's Tetsu, and then there's Monoma.
And
there's
Monoma,
Kendall.
but it looks like he's getting punched.
Yeah, I think he's either crying or he's getting punched. But it looks like he's crying. It looks like he's crying. Also,
I like the fact that the eyelash girl puts out her hand to take a handshake. I think that's
adorable.
There's just so many like little cute like character moments, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, it was really great. This chapter has a lot of moments like that. I especially like towards the ending with the gorilla detective. I really like his character design. I really like his character.
There's just something about like gorillas.
I have a soft spot for all the animal quirks because they're just adorable.
When reading this, I was legitimately thinking, is this another animal with a quirk like Nezu?
Yeah, like high spec. He's apparently a huge anomaly. Like they studied him, so I doubt it's a high spec gorilla, but that would be interesting if it was.
But he looks like, if his quirk is ape, he literally just looks like an ape. He doesn't look like he has ape features. He just looks like an ape.
Yeah.
Or gorilla, which I do like the character, because I always like the idea of a character who's a gorilla who's just like pissed off. Who's just like, just like when he's like, yeesh. I'm just like, I love this detective guy. And just seeing Gentle again, I feel like it's a nice way of actually closing off the arc.
Yeah.
We don't know what's gonna happen with Le Brother, but I do like the fact that they're teasing a redemption almost.
Yeah. That's really cool. Because I really liked Gentle as a character.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
Where do you think we'll see him next?
My gut says Prison Break, but
as what though? He doesn't. It seems like they're going to potentially reform him.
Yeah, I think we're like, even if he does get reformed, I think we're gonna see him at least. You know what he could be?
Mm-hmm.
He could be, and I doubt it. I highly doubt it. He could be a teacher at UA like next year,
or
to replace All Might, because All Might can't be a hero anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And the school system kind of failed Gentle, so maybe he's like, yeah, I want to do that with my life.
Or I thought of something interesting: a double agent for the League of Villains.
That could be interesting.
Especially considering how useful Le Brother's like, though Le Brother and Gentle, considering Le Brother also has like hacking skills, it seems like they could make a good espionage team almost.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I'm just happy, just like, yeah, I know it's just adding another character to a bloated cast, but it's nice to not just like, they're not just throwing him away in prison for us to see him like several arcs later. It's just like, he's going to be reformed, and he just looks so tidier now.
Yeah, like, this was just a thought that I threw out there, but I think he could definitely be like a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely, I don't know, maybe it's because he has a lot of visual similarities to All Might, and so like I could
maybe
see
a janitor.
Janitor. That'd be kind of funny.
A janitor, like that episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where Charlie becomes a janitor.
Oh, or that.
You haven't seen it.
I've seen a bit of it. I remember the episode where Dee Dee and what's his name get addicted to crack. I really like that episode. When did somebody get addicted to crack?
Sweet D and Dennis get addicted to crack.
That was a good.
My cat is in the way.
There's now the this is now the Always Sunny podcast. We're gonna invite experts on.
Ooh, yes. Could I spare you an egg in these troubling times?
Yeah, I'm really.
Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see where we're going from here. We got at least if my prediction's correct, we have 17 chapters until the prison break arc.
I think a prison break arc will happen. I just don't think it will be this soon. However, what do you think is the perception on this arc as a whole, really?
I think a lot of people are gonna see it as filler, but I see it as necessary.
Personally. I feel like it was good because it would have at least we had a fight for the filler. Because if the gentle wasn't there, we wouldn't have. It would literally just be like slice of life shit for several chapters with no actual progression at all. Like, I feel like when it comes to downtime, it gives Deku a chance to learn things.
Yeah.
And Deku has learned, and because he got to fight someone like Gentle, who's not like over the top crime villain like Chisaki, but also not as strong as the entirety of the League of Villains. Like, he's like a good middle ground.
Yeah.
So
I think a lot of people. I don't understand why people will complain about filler, because like in the same breath they'll complain about filler. They'll complain about the characters not being developed enough. And those two things can sort of go hand in hand. You can try to develop them during a fight, but you're not going to be able, with how big the cast is, you're not going to be able to give everybody an individual fight.
It's good with My Hero as well, considering it's set in a school. Because when we start getting into downtime, you can start developing everyone. Like, we don't get to see Class B that much, but we get to see a little bit of like the interactions, what they did at the not the sports festival, what they did at the school festival, Kendo. Yeah. It's nice to see it all.
Do you think?
Really am hope. Do you think what?
Do you think we're gonna see a second sports festival?
Yes, I've been like hyped for this. I'm assuming we're going to see at least 3.
Really?
And
I guess that fits, but it's like.
Well, it makes sense for the school, unless they don't have the sports festival every single year.
I think it is every single year, because they say you get 3 chances. But
unless story things happen, that would be either if they time skip it, or a story beat happens in which where UA can't do the sports festival. To me, that would be the only reasons for why we wouldn't get a second and eventual third.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I sort of flipped over to the leak chapter and looked at it for a bit, just noticed something really cute. But I've seen next chapter, right? So it's like I'm really excited.
I've seen a picture on Twitter and I saw a group of feline heroes, and I'm very happy to see them again.
The next chapter has some really good world building in it. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But it really smooths out one of the details I was sort of foggy on. So, yeah, that I'm looking forward to that. Talking about that especially. But yeah, it's really it's been a blast. That was a good arc. People like shit on it because it's like, ooh, filler, but it's like, I think filler can be good, especially when it's coming from the manga and the mangaka himself.
It's not like anime filler where it's like, oh, it's a beach episode. Everyone now can get into a bikini.
I don't mind a beach episode.
The beach episode.
I don't remember.
I do kind of love the bait and switch, the anime. The first episode of the anime had, where we thought it was going to be a beach episode, and then it ends up being recap, but it's like, oh, we're just training. The sports.
Oh, speaking of new episodes.
Yes. We're coming up to it.
Yeah, we're gonna the big moment, the payoff.
And the episodes up to it have been good so far. Sorry, my cat is just really annoying.
It's fine. He's
Every podcast.
He just really liked the new episode.
Did you like?
He was like,
she liked your episode.
It was a good episode. You know, it's kind of hard to get to really be that interested when you know it's coming up and you're just waiting for it.
It's just it's waiting for the fight and see what they've done with it.
I'm just waiting for one line. One line. You know which line?
United States Smash.
Yeah.
That's oh my god.
I'm gonna watch that episode dubbed and subbed, just so I can.
I might check the dub out for that episode, see how they deliver it.
Yeah. I you know what's his name? Chris Sabat. He's a good voice actor. I don't like him as All Might, but he's a good voice actor.
When you've heard the Japanese voice of Deku for so long, it's very hard to switch back
to
the English voice of Deku.
I've just never been a dub person, so it's like there are very few dubs that I actually kind of like.
Cowboy Bebop is good.
Cowboy Bebop. I wanted to watch the there's a show I've been watching. Let me look it up. Mishima and like not Mishima. I don't remember the name. But it was like it's pretty good. But I wanted to watch the dub of that, but I ended up watching the sub. And then Samurai Champloo's dub is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Full Metal Alchemist's dub pretty good.
I've been needing to watch more anime, and I've started watching anime, and I'm gonna show the anime I started watching. It's not Megalobox. I'll catch up to it though. It's not that long.
Oh yeah, Megalobox is good. Like I don't know how many episodes it's supposed to go for. I think it's 13. But it's warming up pretty good. Oh, Michiko and Hachin. That's what I was watching. That show is it makes me feel really weird inside. Like it gives me a nostalgic feeling, but I don't know why because I've never seen it before.
Mhm.
I don't understand it.
Any closing thoughts?
I really like that chapter. I really like the downtime. It's a lot of fun seeing the characters interact. I think that's one of the moments where Horikoshi's at his best. So that's just my opinion, but you know.
Yeah, good chapter. And anything you want to show?
Megalobox. It's heating up, guys. Please go watch it. I don't really know anything else that I want to show, so go ahead.
I've got a show that I literally just marathoned this past weekend, and it's called Darling in the Franxx. I've been needing to watch it, and I marathoned it all, and I think it's really good.
I think it's okay.
Are you caught up to it?
No, I stopped after the second episode.
I think it's done by the same people who do Kill la Kill and like Gurren Lagann. So I thought, I'm gonna like this, and it's a mecha anime which has a lot of mystery, and I feel like at the first few episodes is just okay. It's very confusing, and I'm not really putting any of it together, but I do like how they're slowly starting to reveal things.
I saw a tweet that summed up my feelings very well. I wish I knew who said it, who tweeted it, but I saw somebody tweet. It was like, Darling in the Franxx dares to ask the question, what if Evangelion wasn't good? That sums up my feelings perfectly. I don't hate it. It's just not my thing.
We'll see where I feel like I'm not going to turn this to Darling in the Franxx. It's good, I think, so far. Check it out if you like mecha shows or whatever. I'm not going to force you to do anything. And so, yeah, thanks for watching, and if you like the episodes, feel free to share them.
Hit the fucking like button.
Hit that bell. Can we get
100 likes? Like,
can we get 2 likes?
Can we please retweet, resub, fucking hit us with that 25 sub, get a special emote, boom boom. Check out my Twitch streams at pussyliquor999. It was Action Zaku on Twitter, by the way. You said that.
Action Zaku. Is that your alt account? See?
Sadly, no. I wish I had come up with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, guys.